Having taken a number of successful multi-day and week-long trips in our camper van, it was now time to really test our newly found RV skills. A nice long round-the-country trip sounded just about right. While we hadn't planned out the exact routes at the start, what you see here is a general clockwise loop we would travel starting from our home near Raleigh, North Carolina. The first leg of the journey takes us to western North Carolina and northern Alabama, points B and C, respectively, on the map. Come along and join us for the ride. We packed up La Foufette, and in no time, we were headed down the road. To load up here.
I forgot
this thing. Ready to go, babe?
Yeah, ready to go.
All right, we're packing up.
Here we go.
Our first overnight stop is at the Davidson River Campground. Located about 30 miles west of Hendersonville, North Carolina, Davidson River is located in the Pisgah National Forest. Today is April 18th, and we are treated to sunny weather with mild temperatures. We set up camp, and after dinner, we enjoy hiking along the river, watching trout fishermen, and checking out an historical chapel located in the park. Plans for the next day is to head to DeSoto State Park in northeastern Alabama, point C on our travel map. We head out of the Davidson River area back toward US 64. Our curiosity gets the better of us, though, and instead we head further into the park. Before turning around, we encounter many miles of beautiful winding two-lane roads. We are nearing the second month of spring, but the trees are just starting to bud here in the higher Appalachian altitude. Rejoining US 64, we head west, crossing over from North Carolina to Tennessee, crossing briefly into Georgia, before arriving at DeSoto State Park. As we travel along US 64, we see a sign for Gorgeous State Park. We find a beautiful visitor center and beautiful overlooks of the park, which is located along the border with South Carolina. This is really a beautiful park. We take a short hike around the visitor center. We were able to get great views of the valleys and mountains looking toward the South Carolina horizon. The views from the visitor center outdoor platforms add to the stunning scenery. Rocking chairs are perched for our relaxation and further viewing enjoyment. After lunch in the camper van, we are ready to move on. We'll continue our track west across the Appalachian Mountains. We are treated to captivating winding roads and beautiful scenery in all directions. We are treated once again to great weather and lightly traveled 2-lane back roads and occasional stretches of 4-lane highway near bigger towns. The trees are noticeably greener on the western side of the Appalachians, and perhaps due to the lower altitude as we head further west. It is another enjoyable and relaxing travel day. A winding detour takes us on the back roads to the park entrance.
We're getting into DeSoto State Park in Alabama, and we had to go the back way because the main road to the park was closed off. And so we had to reroute. It's very woodsy here. The road's very pothole, a lot of potholes, and narrow, and in some parts very steep.
The detour takes us on roads not recognized very well by our GPS, so it takes us several wrong turns before we reach our destination.
It says 0.8 mile, turn right onto 89.
I'm following this one.
I didn't get the sign.
And then how far?
It's up here. You see the sign, 0.3 mile.
Right here.
See the sign, I think. Entering DeSoto State Park. And then 800 feet, you turn right.
Campground ahead.
I don't know what that thing is. Yeah, right here, I think. Does that look like it's right here?
We find our campsite and settle in for the evening. A very relaxing and rewarding day of travel. With a good night's rest and hot breakfast the next morning, we are ready to continue our van adventure.